now, let's talk more about this, and I'm pleased to be joined on the line by Wei Jun, an assistant professor from the Institute of Education at Tsinghua University. Well, Professor Wei, welcome to China 24. How does this draft law that could outlaw parents and adults from using corporal punishment to teach children reflect a change in China's mindset about education?
Okay, good evening, host. I think this draft law just reflects a change in Chinese people's ideology of parenting and education, that we are paying more and more attention to children's physical health as well as mental health. So although traditional Chinese culture highlights the value of being strict with children, even by using some corporal punishment to help them become a morally upright social member. But nowadays, people tend to rethink the effectiveness of such approach, which may be more or less due to the influence from the Western culture and ideology of parenting, which prioritize children's self-esteem and their independence. So, and the research evidence also shows that corporal punishment just generally impairs children's emotional and behavioral functioning. But it also depends on the severity of the punishment, as well as why parents punish children corporally. So it is mostly emotionally harmful to children if parents punish them without clear reasons. So nowadays Chinese parents, I think they are seeking better approaches other than corporal punishment in terms of how to raise their kids.
Yeah, and right now for some parents, they think that corporal punishment is the last resort, and that they would feel guilty after doing it. And some first-time parents say that they just don't know how to teach their children. What practical suggestions can you give to these parents?
Okay, well, so actually I'm also a first-time parent, and I'm not that practically experienced. But based on my experience of being raised up by my parents, and based on my observation of other parents and my knowledge of some research evidence, I think I have 3 suggestions to share with those first-time parents. So the first is to set a good example for your kids. As parents are vivid examples in children's life from whom they could learn very easily. So because before children understand what parents say, they first observe what parents do. So setting an example is always more effective than orally teaching them how to behave. And the second is to set clear rules to discipline children, to let them understand what they should do and what they shouldn't do. So if they break the rules, there could be some punishment, but maybe not a corporal punishment. But temporarily not allowing them to play the toys or eating snacks. So gradually they may internalize the rules and learn to discipline themselves. So the third point is to respect children and to support their autonomy, because much research evidence shows that the controlling parenting generally have some negative impact on children's emotional functioning, and making them more prone to feel depressed and anxious. And Chinese parents are found to be more controlling than the Western parents. So instead of forcing the children to behave in our parents' desirable ways, I think it will be important for Chinese parents to respect children's thoughts and feelings and try to think from the children's perspective. That's my suggestions.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much for your analysis, Professor. Appreciate it.
Thank you.